Well, in common with my colleagues here at the University of Essex, I'm really interested in the way that art relates to culture. So I'm interested in visual culture and its socio and historical context. And so my research has inspired a number of different modules. I work, for example, on the foundling hospitals in Renaissance Italy. So that has been my primary focus, looking at those institutions and their visual culture. And that led me to create a module that looked at the visual and material culture of childhood from the 14th through the 18th centuries. And we looked at everything from portraits of kings when they were children to Dutch genre portraits that had cribs and cradles and swaddling bands. And so we tried to understand how those images shaped ideas about childhood as a stage. And we did look at foundling hospitals, hospitals for abandoned children, my area of research specialty. But the class was really governed by a different principle, the idea of more broadly seeing how art relates to its culture. And now I'm interested in saints' lives, miracle stories actually, and how they shape our ideas about social problems like vendetta, infanticide, street violence. And so I'm teaching a module for first years this semester that looks at those issues. And I'm also teaching a graduate module that looks at religion in the Renaissance more broadly and looking at cities and the way that religion permeates every part of those cities. And that comes out of that research interest. And one of the challenges is trying to make that relevant to students today because it seems really far away and really distant. And so one of the things I do, for example, in the first year module, we'll be looking at social problems today. We're going to be looking at problems like the migrant crisis, homelessness, issues like police brutality, and the way that images, including social media, impact how we see those problems, how we understand them. And making those connections, I think, helps students to see why it's relevant to study art history, why it's relevant to look at the 15th and 16th centuries, and understand how art relates to context, social and cultural context then and now.